welcome to DudeDate, the show formerly known as the fan-controlled show, the official companion show to fan-controlled sports and entertainment. We're here to rock your socks. I'm with the Earwolf theme. I'm Jeff Canada. I'm here with Patrick Dees, Josh McCouga. What is up, dude daters?
Living the dream. Totally forgot what the show name was. But if the Airwolf theme doesn't put a smile on your GD face, I don't know what does. I don't
possible to have a smile.
What's wrong with you at that point, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not even asked the story. Usually I do the thing where I miss a week and then I come on here and I ask you about why it's titled what it is, but I don't want to know. It's perfect. This is we're dude dating. You know what I mean?
It's basically an app. It was an app idea I had back in the day that my brother poked holes in as soon as I started pitching it to him. He's like, they're just going to make it a gay sex app. And I was like, yeah, I think you're right then. My bad.
And thus way more successful.
Very successful. Yeah. Good to see Woody. Woody the Duck is in the chat, and Woody the Duck will hopefully be on the show in about a half an hour because Woody the Duck has a ginormous announcement from his world in the fan-controlled ecosystem universe, shared universe. I saw an interview today where one of the guys at the NFL Combine, I don't know his name, my buddy sent me the video. He doesn't believe in space.
What?
I'm sorry. Wait, what? Hold on. Say that again.
Space?
He said,
like space?
He's like, well, I'm really religious, so I think that this is like everything outside of our world was just put there as a place. It was so off the flat Earth is one thing. Not believing in actual space is a whole different friggin' story.
That's cool.
It's just like a giant diorama. We're just
I think so. I think that's what he was getting at.
Yeah.
It's like I don't believe in worms. You're looking at a worm. It's a worm right there. That's what that's called. I
don't believe in any of this.
No, why would you?
Any of it.
But today is Leap Day, which I don't know if you guys celebrate in your household, but I told Amanda I want to start a tradition to do something. I don't know.
Well, you guys see that awesome episode of 30 Rock back in the day about Leap Day and Leap Day William? Oh, dude, Leap Day William comes to your house and you have to wear gold and blue, or else he'll poke and prod you. And Leap Day, anything. There's no rules on Leap Day because real life. No, this is the best line. There's no rules on Leap Day because real life is for March.
Oh, why is that show so good?
It's Kenneth's family celebrated. It was Leap Day, right? It was it was his part of the world. It was in the South. Y'all didn't celebrate Leap Day.
Yeah. And Leap Day William has a big mustache, and at the end, I think it's Jim Carrey who plays Leap Day William. Leap Day William. And Jim Carrey's like, woo! Yeah, it's so funny.
It's kind of like when I lived in Germany, so you have St. Nicholas Tag, which is St. Nicholas Day, and so the little Germans, they put out the shoes outside the houses and the rooms and the doors, and then a little St. Nicholas, he comes along and puts in little bonbons and candies in your shoes, and you take your shoes in the morning, oh my gosh, my shoes are full of candy, look, and then so. We put our shoes out in German class, and my buddy just stole everybody's shoes. He stole them and put them in a storage locker. It was so funny. Yeah. Oh man. So good.
People really do need to look up Leap Day Williams. Honestly, you describing it was one thing. Really, really undersold it. That visual of Jim Carrey is pretty inspired. It's pretty good.
It's a brilliant episode. That was a brilliant show. I loved 30 Rock.
Freddie Airmail with a really positive message today for us on Leap Day. I believe in space. Space can do anything it puts its mind to.
Yeah. We all should believe more in space.
We should believe more.
You can do it, space.
Yeah.
But so Amanda and I had this one of the, I call them conversations, right? Where we'll be sitting in silence and Amanda will be like, what do people with February 29th is their birthday? When do they celebrate their 21st birthday? If February 29th isn't that year, do they celebrate it on February 28th or March 1st?
That's the coolest, right?
Yeah.
It's you celebrate dog years. It's you're in dog years.
Right.
I'm 6. You're what? Yeah, I'm only
Yeah.
6.
Living
But
the
it's like,
dream.
you're 24.
For one hot second, I thought legally that people had to celebrate on the March 1st. Like when you're like, oh, it's definitely March 1st. Like, oh, okay. It's like, there's some laws around Leap Day birthday celebrations that I just was not aware of.
Well, as Leap Day Williams says,
Yeah, exactly.
March is for adults.
Real life is for March.
Real life is for March.
You can do anything you want on Leap Day.
I mean, we've had these Purge movies, and yet we haven't had a Leap Day movie where like weird stuff happens. Do you know what I mean?
Good idea. Yeah.
I think it's a solid idea. I think it really is. Like, I don't know. I told Amanda like we should light off fireworks or do like start a tradition of like this is what we do on Leap Day. And Rosie's like,
everybody
Leap Day
wakes up in the morning and goes out of their houses and just leaps. Everybody jumping in the yard.
Yeah.
When was the last time you had a good leap, Jeff?
It's been a while, I'll be honest.
No, it's been a minute. Everybody doesn't leap so much as it kind of falls forward these days. You know what I mean? It's not a leaper.
Is leaping with 2 feet, or is it like a single like leap?
Oh, that's a good one. I think you could go either way. I think you can leap. I imagined with 2 feet, but I also see like a extended leg leap. That's a leap.
That's like a full leap,
like pretty solid 2-footed leaper. You know what I mean?
Like is it a running broad jump or is it a standing leap?
Standing, right on.
Leap for us, Patrick.
Like, is it a leap? It's a leap.
That's a leap. Wow, look at the leap on that guy.
Clear the screen. Yeah, it's been a minute. You know, for everybody out there listening, if you haven't just stood there and leaped for a minute, it's exhilarating. It's exhilarating. Yeah, you should do it.
It really gets
I'm invigorated. I was falling asleep just a minute ago, but I'm ready to go.
Patrick, if you need to stop and go get some Advil, we can wait.
I'm exhausted. Guys, I jumped 6 feet. I'm tired.
Woo! Woody the Duck, wasn't there a rom-com called Leap Year? Yeah, I think it was starring Rachel we talked about this on yesterday during our NBA live stream. I think it was Rachel McAdams and Good, the last Matthew Good, maybe.
Okay, yeah.
I think isn't this Gary Marshall? Gary Marshall, like at the end of his life, just directed a bunch of holiday named movies. Yeah. I'm not even joking. He did like Valentine's Day, Leap Day, Arbor Day.
Yep. It was like Earth Day and everything. No, it's Amy Adams,
and I'm in.
Because here's the thing.
Amy Adams is a poor man's Rachel McAdams. Sorry. I'm sorry.
Wow.
I'm going to tell you something controversial. Jeff. We had this sketch idea that we would just do, and they did it on SNL after we had like kind of wrote it, pitched it, and shot it. But it was like Dermot Mulroney is Dylan McDermott is Dermot Mulroney in a Dermot Mulroney movie, and ours was like Bill Paxton is Bill Pullman in a Bill Pullman production of a Bill Paxton film, and the other one was Rachel McAdams is Amy Adams as Amy Adams stars as Rachel McAdams, just like making and more confusing. Because really and truly, if an alien were to come down and be like, "What's the difference between Rachel McAdams and Amy Adams?" You're like, "Oh, fuck."
One of
Amy was in the Snyderverse. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Lois Lane.
Amy Adams was nominated for an Oscar. Rachel McAdams wasn't, I think. Was
I gotta say, Rachel McAdams might be number one all time for me.
She's up there. Yeah. I had a thing early, not so much now, but yeah, I'm with you, Jeffrey. It was a stretch there. It was just, yes.
It would be hard for me to pick anybody above her. Yeah.
Did you see her run in Dave this season?
I did, and it literally like my dreams idea.
1,000%. I was like, yeah, that
speaks to me. Like,
yeah,
he meets Rachel McAdams in like a real life meet cute, and has like a Rachel McAdams movie type moment, but with actual Rachel McAdams. It's
incredible. I video. Brad Pitt shows up. It's the best.
Yeah,
I've watched like the whole first season of Dave, and I just couldn't get past like middle of season 2. I just don't like him.
Oh,
my buddy Andrew Santino is awesome in the show. I love Andrew. I just can't. I'm so over that dude's complainy, whiny. Shut the fuck up and just be something. Just shut up. I hate you. You're the worst.
It does have that.
Yeah.
You're not wrong.
But it works. I feel like it keeps getting better too. I thought season 3 was far and away its best season.
Yeah. He's not. He's willing to make himself look like a monster, which I think is brave.
Admirable.
Yeah. But I think that he is that person, Jeff. I think that's
Maybe.
who
But
he
would you
is.
portray yourself as that person if you really were that person?
No, see, I agree. I don't.
I think he's lampooning that person by portraying
Correct.
that person authentically.
Correct.
Hmm.
That's my read on it.
Well,
so.
we're going to agree
Yeah, so-
to Dave's agree. Steven Sawtell II says Kate Beckinsale is my goat. You got to think she's batshit crazy though. Regardless, I'm team Beckinsale. Not my top. But
Okay, now
Beckinsale.
I'm not going to kick her out of bed for eating crackers, but I will take McAdams over her. What is your number one?
Me?
Yeah,
All time?
Yeah.
Yeah, all time.
ScarJo, and it's not close.
Really?
Wow.
I love
Okay.
ScarJo.
She is not in
ScarJo.
my top 10.
No,
Yeah.
I don't think me neither.
You're a big stupid
Again.
idiot.
Fair.
How do you guys feel about Penelope Cruz?
Yeah, I mean, gigantic. Yeah.
Not bad.
Big fan of her.
She's
work.
awesome.
Yeah.
Do you see Ferrari?
Yeah.
No, I've been dying to. I like largely for
really
her
good.
performance, but yeah,
She's
I
amazing
haven't
in
seen
that.
Ferrari.
Yeah.
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 Fan Controlled Sports, AK, she said it's Olivia Munn for me. I can confirm that Olivia Munn is batshit crazy.
I met her.
Oh,
in real
yeah.
life. I don't think she's not.
I've met her as well.
I mean, if anybody's watching,
No.
she's delight. She's a delight.
for sure, but it's just
not my top 10.
It's because she's gonna sue the show. If she finds out what we said about her.
That's right.
She could. No, like Scarlett Johansson. I don't know, man. It's like even Amanda knows that I did one junket. I think I did 3 junkets with her. But the first junket that I went into, I thought I was told that it was going to be Scarlett Johansson and Joseph Gordon-Levitt from when they did that movie together. Don John. Remember she was in that movie?
Yeah.
With him?
Oh yeah. Yes.
He wrote and directed it and whatever. And so I go in there and it's just Joseph Gordon-Levitt. And I was like, oh, thank God. I was sweating bullets a little bit. I was like, it was like, it's Scarlett Johansson. Like, know. So I go in there, I interview Joseph Gordon-Levitt. He's hysterical. Like, it was a really good interview. I leave and she's like, would you like to interview Scarlett? She's right next door. And I was like, I'm not going to say no. So I say yes. I go in there and they're like, you have 4 minutes with Scarlett Johansson. And I had like these, I would always do like stupid rapid fire questions for this. And so I was like, I'm just going to do a bunch of rapid fire questions. She's like, oh my God, that sounds so fun. And I was like, wait, what? You think this is fun? I don't know what to do now. And like, you just kind of ask silly questions and giggle through it. And like afterwards, I'm like, I walk out and you have to, Jeff, you have to get your disc. So like, your tape, basically. They come in the SD cards or whatever. You have to get your SD cards and like you go to the guy who's doing it. And he was like, that was a lot of fun, man. That was a lot of fun. I could tell that you're in love with her.
Was it the flop sweat?
We all are.
Was it literally me just going like
Was it the fact that I said I love you 16 times?
I was gonna say
awkward.
So
do you
Deez,
remember what you said?
Deez, what's your number one?
I think Penelope Cruz, like all time, is my like, with a bullet. You know what I mean? I just the Vanilla Sky, Penelope Cruz. It just like, I'm sorry, it just doesn't get much.
You know who else is in my top maybe 3 is Elizabeth Banks.
Really?
Okay.
Yeah.
So Jeff, remember what I said about you being a big stupid idiot? I concur with my
I think she seems like the coolest person too.
I think she seems rad too. Totally agree.
She is not.
She is not. Have you met her really?
Yes.
Oh, that's
my wife worked for her for a very short time. Very short.
All right. Well, I'm reorganizing the list. The list.
Woody the Duck mentioned Evangeline Lilly, who was probably, I was a big Lost geek, but also she's one of the person where I met in real life and just like astoundingly gorgeous human being. You understand that they're attractive people, like you see movie stars, Brad Pitt and other people, they look great on screen, but it's in the context of other beautiful people, so you don't actually understand what they look like with normies. And I was with a bunch of group and we ran into some people at Hotel Cafe and did shots, and I was like, I was absolutely with you. Oh, do I want to do shots with Evangeline? Yes, sure. I mean, it was just that same thing, and I was like, it's the delta between normal people and then like NFL athletes, right? You see them and they're fast for each other, but then you see them like compared to normal people.
That's the idea of like, just put me in lane 9 during the Olympics.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Show how
fast. You want to see how fast they are? Yeah.
As the control group. You're the control group. I think that's actually a brilliant idea. I think the Olympics should do that. I think it should be like, five lanes of, in the 100-yard dash, 5 lanes of the greatest athletes the world has ever produced.
Yeah.
And then like Carl from down the street,
Right. They're like, real quick, we don't want you like majorly injuring yourself. Have you ever done this sport? No. Can you run in a straight line? Yes, you're in. Go.
How's your leaping? Have you leapt recently?
Leaping? Solid leaping.
As
I think people would be much more impressed if it was like, 6 dudes that are like within milliseconds of each other, and then there's one guy. We're like, well, we're still waiting on Carl.
Here he comes. He looks winded. Did he make it?
I think he's not well, dude. As an employee of Fan Control Sports and Entertainment, you are allowed to be the control group. You're like, no, I work for the control group. Like, I'm part of that. Do you remember when we had in season 2 when Tyreek Hill showed up and we're like, that's all we talked about for like 3 weeks? We're like, did you see how fast he track him with my eye? It was wild.
Yeah.
I think Jacob Montez still sees like the ghost of Tyreek Hill and is like coming at him at 4,000 miles an hour in his sleep. Like, Tyreek, like he wakes up in the middle of the night and it gets him,
It wasn't even the top speed. It was the 0 to 60. It was the acceleration that was just, I've literally never seen another human do that. And like, again, it's Evangeline Lilly is basically Tyreek Hill of shots. I don't know what I'm saying.
You got there. I like that Brian Kirsch, who works with us at Fan Control, is in the chat, and he's basically trolling us. From
what he does.
Here, BA, he says, I want to be invited on this podcast and school these jokers. School in what? I don't understand what we're being schooled in.
Fives? I would like to understand.
People?
BA Kirsch, these guys never graduated from anything. BK, what did we do to you? Did we do anything? What's going on? I thought we were on good terms, bud.
I think we're PhDs and hot people. I think we're professional appreciators.
Yeah. I don't.
Big Brad Pitt guy. Beautiful human.
Dude, Jeff, did you hear that? Did you hear the news?
What's the news?
So we have we have a bunch of news that is going to be announced over the next couple of weeks. Patrick's leaving. He's not. He's out. He
doesn't. He's heard the news.
BA Brian Kirsch says all the love, but it can't be all positive. I don't understand. Why not?
It can though. It can be.
It sure can. That's the point of the show.
You don't watch it very often. Spotted by Leaping William, Jeff.
I guess.
So possibly coming on Wednesday. I've been told I can say in no certain terms exactly what it is. Okay.
I love news that's uncertain.
Okay. But I have been told that we can say a few things. One, the sport is cricket. Okay.
Sure is.
Second, the country is not America. That
is not.
3, there's going to be a lot of people in the app. Okay. And 4, you're probably going to see me at weird hours on this channel.
Oh my God. You guys, I know Josh is a very humble human, but we were on a call with this other country to not be named. I don't know why we're not naming the country. We're on a call with this country last night. It's at like, I don't know, 10 o'clock our time, if that helps zoom in on geography. And they go, I got to say, Josh, really impressed with your cricket knowledge. And he's like, he's been YouTubing furiously for the past like 6 months in preparation for this. And he's like, he's just on there. That's all you wanted. I've never seen you smile so big. You're like, it's nothing.
It was sick. I got off that call and I went up to my wife and I was like, babe, they said they were impressed with my cricket knowledge. She was like, what do you know about cricket? I was like, do you listen to me everything?
Do you listen to me ever? I've been talking about cricket for the last 3 days nonstop.
Yes. So the sport is cricket. The country is in a very different time zone. There will be lots of picks and polls for a solid 2-week stretch, possibly starting very early next week. So be on the lookout for that. It's very, very, very exciting. Thanks, BK. Josh is like an ATM visit after 2 a.m. Nothing good ever happens. So we're very, very excited about that. But I will say on that call, there was a man from this country that was a doppelganger of me. Bald, beard, handsome, jovial, jolly, if you will.
Whip smart. I think he smelled good. It was crazy.
You could smell him through the Zoom.
You could. It was great. But he's.
Awesome.
I don't know how none of us got a screenshot of that. It was like
I need to see. Is it like don't be in the same place at the same time kind of a situation because it might disrupt the space-time continuum?
Jeff, I'm going to tell you this right now. Here's the craziest part of this doppelganger part, right? Handsome, bald, beard. His name was
Mosh Jakudga.
No, Jeff, even closer. Shosh. Shosh. Shosh.
You're making that up. That doesn't know a name.
It was Sauce and Josh.
What really his name?
The power team.
Josh and Josh.
Josh and Josh. It's like Shaq and It was incredible.
I
Josh and
I swear to the living, all things.
That actually happened last night. It made me think there was a God. You know what I mean? And you know what? I stopped believing in space right then.
None of you thought to take a picture of this.
I'm really bummed that I didn't, Jeff.
There'll be more video calls. There'll be more calls. There will be more calls.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Josh and Josh, huh?
But I didn't notice it at first because it was like, it was 9 p.m. Like I'm a little bit out of my element as far as cricket goes. I was trying to hold my own. Dee's there as we're on this Zoom. Okay. There's a text thread going on where Dee's like, I don't know what anybody's talking about. I was like, shut up. I'm trying to listen. You're helping nobody.
Well, so you mix in some thick accents with a bunch of terms from a sport. I have no clue what they're saying. Yes. I understand every fourth word. I'm like, yeah, all right, cool, great.
Does Shosh do a show with Shatrick and Chef?
Yes, he does. He does, and it's called the Shan Controlled Show. Okay.
I would love to know what people want. We should ask folks what they want out of a cricket experience.
Yes,
from a fake. Please drop some.
All I know about cricket, I learned by watching Bluey.
Okay.
What do you got?
There's
give me the whole rundown.
Excellent episode of Bluey called Cricket. I believe it's called Cricket, and it is excellent. And after watching it, my son turned to me and said, "Dad, can I get a cricket bat?"
See?
And I went, "I don't know. I don't know if we can. I don't know if we. I guess the internet would have them."
Yeah.
Yeah,
Swings are heavy. Cricket is I'm telling you, this is going to be a really, really fun experience, and it's like there's obviously a lot of room to grow in the cricket ecosystem because it's the second largest sport in the world, if not the largest. I mean, in the country we're going to, it's a big friggin' deal.
Yeah. Dude, well, let me touch on that just to give you an idea of how big a deal it is. The number of athletes that signed up to play in this league. North of 1 million athletes to play in the league. That's what I'm saying. This is going to be a
I don't know anything about cricket. Is the team size roughly 300,000?
Yes, it's 3 teams.
All right. I don't know how they play, but it's just a sea of people on the court.
It's Jeff. Imagine we went to a football tryout and it was like everybody at all of the stadiums all at once trying out. Like an NFL Sunday, all of them came to try out, but every stadium.
What I would advise is maybe have a sign-up limit.
Here's the crazy part, Jeff, is there's only 16 people on a team and only 11 play. So they had to whittle that down. That was like the Rachel McAdams dating pool movie.
Yeah.
Where it started on leap year and then it took her a full 4 years to whittle down the dating pool to Matthew Good. That's the plot of the movie. I got nothing. It's we're very, very excited. So keep your eyes and ears out because there's a lot of announcements and a lot of votes and a lot of streams and games coming in very, very hot. So
it's kind of the first of a lot of announcements. I think like the cricket stuff's coming and then a bunch of stuff is a fast follow. So
soon to fast follow. We have some NASCAR announcements coming very soon. We have some football announcements coming soon. We have what's the other one, Deez? Isn't there? Oh, we have some golf announcements. We have some we have some things in the world of sticks and balls.
Yes.
There's a lot. Is a lot. It's good. And
I think the golf secret's the worst kept secret in fan control sports.
Totally.
I don't know. That's not.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. Fan controlled sports, not great at secrets.
It's exciting shit, Jeffrey. We want to talk about it. We're
I'm
terrible.
aware of that.
I'm gonna tell you straight up. I've never been good with secrets. Period. So
Is that true?
I don't really. You can never. I'm awful. I'm like, I'm George Costanza.
Oh, with you, just
No.
like George Costanza.
My poker face is legit. Like he got me. Whoa.
4 of the same one.
Yeah. Dude, okay, so I'm decent at sports gambling, like decent, right? Like anybody else decent at it, right? Like I can be a mush at times, but whatever. I'm awful at like table games in Vegas. I've only had like 2 or 3 good runs. I mean, the house always wins, but there has never been a funnier moment than when I was like, I'm going to go play Texas Hold'em at a Vegas casino. Okay. I saw like the tournament was starting and it was like, I don't know, a $200 buy-in. I was go, Jeff, 4 hands.
You're like, I'm all in. What?
Gotcha.
I didn't tell you guys this, but I went to Vegas last weekend.
Ooh.
Oh,
Yeah, I went to see U2 at the Sphere.
Oh, that's right. I was thinking about that. Incredible.
It was
Todd, walk us through it.
Incredible. I mean, U2 has gotten to the point where, you know, Bono is like singing his way through everything.
Yeah,
you know?
Sure.
He's
And the
gotten
crowd
to that
singing
age.
every single word, probably.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
with or without you, it's just mostly your two neighbors,
like,
the guy on the left and
with
right.
or without you. He's like not
Yeah,
singing,
yeah.
he's just kind of speaking
sure.
it, you know, like Sinatra style, you know.
Yeah.
But the venue is
Funky.
absolutely gobsmacking.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. There's just nothing like it. There's nothing comparable to it. Like I love VR. I love big screens. There's just nothing even remotely the same as sitting in a room with 1,000 people that envelops you in a screen. And they do this really cool thing at the beginning of the concert where they have an image on the screen, but it's like, it looks shitty. You know, like they made it kind of pixelated and low res. And you think, oh, well, okay, a screen this size is just going to look bad. That's just what it's going to look like. LCD screens I've seen before.
Yeah.
Stadium. It was just bigger. Like, okay, it looks crappy and I'm kind of disappointed. But then like it breaks through that and you realize that was just a swerve and it's the most crisp, clear, beautiful, and it's like indistinguishable from real life. And so they do these things where they like extend the stage back and put like water. So it looks like there's water all around you, but there isn't. It's the craziest thing I've ever done.
Apparently they're doing a UFC fight there. What do you think
really?
that is going to look like? Do you think it's a waste of the Sphere?
I have no idea.
Really?
Yeah.
I hadn't heard that.
Yeah.
Oh, they do like camera shake with the whole room every time a punch lands. The walls go.
I don't know. I mean,
it was cool that like they projected the guys, you know, the members of U2 huge on the screen and you could see everything. There wasn't a bad seat in the house. It's an unreal.
I like that. A few weeks ago, Dee's like, I've been sick for a while, and he refuses to acknowledge the fact that I cured his disease on Zoom. He's allergic to his cats, is what it is. He's allergic to the cats. And you're also muted.
Yeah, no, I probably am. But I just refuse to admit that. I'd rather just live like this than give up cats. Guys,
you're insane. You're crazy.
I mean, yeah, but it's like it's kind of a net break even. I feel like I really am into cats now. I'm that guy now. It's crazy. Cats are dope.
Yeah, I don't
cats
understand
are dope.
it, frankly.
Me neither. I didn't until I had them.
I mean, I've lived with cats. I still have
dope. I mean, they can be occasionally adorable. That's what I would give cats. That's the best.
Well, so I was worse. I was lower on it than you coming into this. I thought they were like transactional animals. They were just around for food and shelter. They kind of just did whatever they want. My cats aren't that way. They're pretty rad. They hang out. They come when they're called.
Everybody that has cats says that. Oh my god,
well, it's true.
So why discount it?
Cool.
It's like you've never met a girl that wasn't a tomboy. Oh, I was such a tomboy in high school.
Yeah.
I'm like, really? Every girl? Because I went to high school and there were
I remember.
Yeah. We have a real quick question before we get to our guest. Stephen Sawtell II says, are you able to say whether the amount of football teams might be closer to 6 or 10 for 3.0? I don't think we can say anything on that level, Tease. I just didn't want to ignore the question.
No, yeah. I would be surprised if we got to 10. We're keeping that door open in the sense that like we're still talking to prospective owners. So it will be north of 6, south of 10, I would assume.
Yeah.
That's not helpful, but somewhere in that range.
Maybe when I'm trying, what am I supposed to? I'm supposed to read the chat. What? I'm deathly allergic to cats. I didn't. What?
I think Jess has turned on me as because I don't like cats. I don't know. She said, "I don't want you to believe you were a monster, Jeff," but I believe it now.
It's because she knows what's up.
Okay, we have our guest, Jeff, and the reason we brought him on was because
we hit a bill. He hit a bill.
We hit a billion.
Our
first
billion, baby.
$1 billion gold member, ladies and gentlemen. Sports Unknown, aka Missouri. It's Woody the Duck. Billion gold.
1 billion gold.
Yeah, you're good. We can hear you.
Good.
Yeah, you sound great.
And he's got his Letterman jacket on to prove.
Yes, I had to wear it for you.
Gold. Oh.
How does that feel? How does that feel to cross be the first to the Billy mark?
Feels awesome because actually Stephen Sawtell, or however you pronounce it, I don't know. He was the first to 1 million.
Yeah.
And
Yes,
I was
I
making that
remember.
push, and he got there. And we were on a huge race to get to the billion. And I hadn't heard from him in a while, so I was really, really nervous. And I got stuck at 950 for a long, long time. And and then I got to 905.
There it is.
995 million. And then I lost $30 million in a week, or 30 million gold in a weekend. Last weekend.
What did you lose it on?
Golf.
It was
golf.
I did really bad on golf. And then like all the basketball, just whatever it was, I did awful. Everything was wrong. And
bad
then
streak.
The live event yesterday, I got so many of them right. That is where I gained most of my gold, was the live events, because you get a feel of the game that you can kind of feel momentum and stuff versus just, I don't know, what's it going to be in 3 hours.
Yeah. See? And like the live events too have been a real good place for people to climb leaderboards too. Like Racer 2452 was in like 500th place, and then he hung with us the whole golf event and pretty much got everything right, and was able to climb up, and he won this past week. Racer 24524 did. So, but Woody's up over 1 billion. He's got his at the Boba Fett fan avatar gear.
Incredible.
With the Bold Apes jersey. That's fire.
What's the secret if you wanted to like coach somebody up? What's the secret to your success?
Good question.
Well, it was early on getting the trivia, really early on, being able to double my gold every time I needed to. And then like I would bet 1 million on it, or max what I could. Once I got to where betting max, I didn't lose everything. I would bet max on what I could, because as you see, I got 55% of the votes of everything correct. Yeah. So every time I am gaining if I bet on everything.
That's all that matters. That's like when you go to Vegas and they say, these slot machines have a 99% payout. It's like, you're telling me you're always taking 1% of my money. That's what you're telling me. Yeah. You will always take my money. That's what you're advertising that.
Always.
I'm Vegas in this scenario.
Yeah, you're the Vegas.
Well, here's the thing is that I do some picks during the week that are like, if you watch, like, are kind of freebies. If you know some of the ones that are a little more weighted in certain parts. I'm trying to make it as close to 50% as I can, but if I'm at 55%, I'm feeling pretty good about myself. We want the fans to win things. I don't want to make it like impossible and make them miserable and hate the pick and poll experience, right, Woody?
Yeah, exactly. It is fun to get it right, but you don't want it to be easy. You want to. I'm going to kind of equate to Magic the Gathering. It might be real nerdy here, but they have what they put cards in there that to everybody, even the beginners, they know, okay, this isn't a good card. So they will put those cards in there so that people feel like they're learning.
Gotcha.
And that's kind of what
Yeah.
those picks really do.
Yeah.
We
right
put it
on.
up on the screen, but Freddie Emerald was pointing out that your gold wagered amount is a good guide for anyone looking to hit $1 billion. Look at the gold wagered amount. Was that 1.83 bill?
In-
Yeah.
Jesus.
So that's you can't you can't win if you don't risk.
He's lost
What was-
800 million, but he's made $1 billion.
Right. What was it? So I want to know both sides of it. What was the pick that haunted you the most? You're like, God damn it, I should have had that one. And what was the one that you were like fist pumping the best? You're like, I knew it.
Oh, well, so I bet 999,999,000 on every bet. Sometimes on my phone, as I'm pressing
Same.
those nines, I press the back button because it's like
Oh,
the
yeah,
delete
sure.
button is right
Uh-huh.
underneath that 9. So I go, oh, just press it. And so then I end up betting like 99 million. And then I get it right. And I'm like, well, that sucks. I should have gotten $1 million on that one.
99,000 is what you're saying.
99,000. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Whatever. Yeah. Numbers.
999,000. He's basically bet
999,999. Yeah.
Yeah.
Number.
The max-
Once you get up there, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, once you get it, it's all funny.
Surrounding
Wow.
errors
Look at
at that
this
point.
This is
you know?
also a wild.
Bourgeoisie over here.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is also like a wild thing to think about. That like people have this much money, right? And so like, I want some at $1 billion. What's it matter?
Yeah,
What's
it's
it-
so
money's
true.
It
not-
was really weird today not betting on anything because I didn't want to go down. So I'm waiting for one that I feel confident that I can bet that 296,000.
Amazing.
So is Woody still the only person out of bill right now, or do we have a second billionaire class?
No, that we know of. He's the first one. So
first and only
congratulations
still. Yeah.
to our first and only
Unbelievable.
billionaire.
Love it.
Steven Sawtell apparently is at like 800 million, something like that, 700 million. I know, and Nerdy is somewhere in the 300 million. I mean, look, if you win that much gold too, look how much control he has. He got 341,000 control, which as we expand and build in other sports, that control is going to matter a lot. So, look at Woody the Duck go. Look at
Woody,
him
do
go.
you think there's an upper limit? Are you staring down $2 billion? What do you think?
1
Sky's the
billion.
limit?
I mean, what? It's been 5.5 months that we've been doing this to get to $1 billion.
Yeah.
I don't think because like I was doing like going to the ESPN app, checking last 10 days, last 10 games, all that kind of stuff, seeing averages, trying to have some kind of input. I don't think I'm going to go that hard right now, but
He's got a family and a wife and
yeah.
all of that. Yeah.
I asked my wife, "Hey, can I? Am I still good to be on the show tonight?" She said, "I wouldn't say good, but you can do it."
That's
Absolutely
Well,
incredible.
with that, it's like a way to go. We'll let you go back to your wife so that
Yes.
you get
Hey,
divorced.
congratulations, man.
And
That's really an
absolutely.
achievement.
That was-
That's something.
I was so nervous, and actually, it was like, I mean, as you can see, it is 1,296,000. That is how close I was to not getting to $1 billion today.
Yeah, it's one bet, right?
It was half a bet being correct.
That's amazing.
Well done.
I was watching an NBA game until 11 o'clock, which I do not care about the Lakers or the Clippers, but I was watching it to see if AD would get a rebound to hit the over.
Amazing. Amazing.
Love
That's
it.
how close it comes. That's how
Skin in the
close it
game,
comes.
baby. That's
Look
how
at him.
billionaires live.
Oh, yeah, that's no kidding. Hashtag billionaire life. Amazing.
Brilliant.
Congratulations, man. That's so
Congratulations,
Thanks,
Woody.
buddy.
Thanks for being
Yeah,
on.
yes.
We really appreciate you
buddy.
being
Take
here.
care.
Cool.
What a legend. That is pretty awesome.
You're not good,
mean-
but you can go.
Just
It's incredible.
1 billion gold. 1 billion. I feel
billion.
like I'm doing my job. If people are getting that dedicated to get to a certain thing, I think that something's
neat, man.
working here. Something's working, right?
pretty
I love
cool.
this community.
Pretty cool.
the
Now,
best.
speaking of things that are pretty cool, this has been my favorite thing that our fearless leader, Ruthless Cutie, Jess Samola, our technical director, has been doing in the app. She started what we're calling the Presidential Fight Club, Jeff.
That's my favorite. Have you seen this,
Okay.
Jeffrey?
No.
I've heard rumors of the Presidential Fight Club, but my understanding is I can't talk about presidential.
Oh,
Fight Club.
Great answer. Great answer.
So, Jess Samola has made these incredible graphics. They've been up on the app, and fans can vote on who they think would win in a fight. Okay. I thought it would be fun for us to argue these a little bit, to discuss a little bit on who we think which president wins in a fight. So if we could bring a couple of these up, this is I figure this could be a fun activity for us three.
All right, love it.
Jess, first fight, go.
Ooh,
Right.
Taft versus Obama.
Taft versus Obama. Now, okay, there we go. Or yeah, you can cut me out. I don't, here. Okay, Jeff, your thoughts on Taft versus Obama? I've got mine, but
I mean, Taft was not a small person, right?
No,
Big dude.
No.
Big
guy.
Obama though is an actual athlete. Like he can play basketball. He's got moves. I'm taking Obama all day long, unless it's a battle of mustaches, and then Taft wins.
Yeah, then Taft.
Oh,
wins.
Mustache Club.
Now, if you guys remember the late 1980s, early 1990s, I forget what year it came out, Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, you'll remember King Hippo. Okay, now, if you didn't know the cheat code to beat King Hippo, which was when he put his arm up, you went low and he dropped, and you kind of hit him, and you had to go low and then go high, and then once you knocked him down, he stayed down. He knocked him out.
Right, doesn't get back up. Right,
he doesn't get back up. Now, I don't know if Obama he's got the endurance, obviously. He might have the reach. He's a tall fella. Jess, you can take the graphic down once it's up. We don't have to like fight that image. We can like bring it up and down if we want. I think that if there's like a rope-a-dope situation with Obama, he might win. But if Taft is able to make one solid strike, like all he's got to do is wait around, take some punches, take some stuff to the gut. You know what I mean? Like he's a big immovable object. If he gets one big punch in there, one connect on Obama, he's sending Obama to the ground. That being said, I think I'm going to take Obama just out of pure endurance.
I think that's all three of us. I think look, he ducked and weave on policy. He reached across the aisle. Like you can't. He's incredible. So like I don't think you can hit him. I think King Hippo misses shot after shot. It's not close. I think it's a 1 round pummeling. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think. From what I understand, Taft had really bad gout. Not shocking. So Taft, not really great on his feet.
So here's Taft's stats. Taft stats. 5'11".
Okay.
325.
See, big boy.
Hard to knock down, but he's not getting up.
Yeah.
I like that.
I mean, he's the president, and there's a lot to be said about people like the old timey fighters always look like they had mustaches, right? Like they always, they shot like that.
It doesn't cushion the punch as much as you would think. You know what I mean?
He might get winded quick.
Winded,
correct
is the question. Yeah.
BC Line in the chat saying Justin Trudeau would whip it. Incredible. It's got Trudeau in this mix. You know what I mean?
Put Trudeau in there.
Mix.
Well, the next one is World Leader Fight Club.
World Leader Fight Club.
World Leader Fight Club. Freddie Earmel, Taft has too much size on Obama, but a KO punch doesn't care about your size. See,
Obama has height advantage.
Yeah, because Obama's what?
Reach. Yeah,
I think he's 6'2". Yeah.
I mean, 3 inches is big in the boxing world. Like I'm saying though, if you get Taft to go in there, like hands up, real fat, and then pow, maybe he's got like
6'2",
a quick
6'2", 175. So Obama's like half the weight of Taft, but he's got like 3 inches on the dude,
and got some real good footwork. You have to defensively in hoops. I mean, to Jeff's point, he can't get hit. Ducking and weaving. Obama in one.
I think Obama pops him and then gives him free healthcare.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Solid. Which couldn't have saved his life because he died in office.
That's true.
Yeah, he died in office. All right, Jess, who do we got next in the presidential fight club?
I want to get back to this like international leader club. I like Angela Merkel.
Oh no. I don't think Trump shows up to the fight. He's got bone spurs.
Let me Jeff Patrick, okay? My impression is terrible, but listen, okay? The fight is fixed. Pence fixed it. The voting, the judges were rigged. The judges were brought in by Biden's people, okay? The fight went the distance. I beat Roosevelt. Couldn't even get out of his wheelchair. I punched him in his wheelchair. Okay. The judges gave it to him because he had a new deal. Okay. My new deal. I owe the state of New York $550 million that I will not pay. Where's my accent going? I lost it. Regardless, dude, I'm telling you, this is going to be like some kind of stupid WWE thing, but they're going to roll Roosevelt out to the ring and he's going to take those shackles off his leg and come out ready to go.
I think Trump doesn't. I think Trump claims bone spurs and doesn't show up.
Wow.
He's like, you know who really should have fought? You should have punched was Pence. I don't even belong here.
And then Don Jr.'s wife gets up and she's like, it's my turn to fight. And then, all right, who do we got next? Who do we got next?
Roosevelt's 182. Sorry, I took a minute while I was like, so decent size.
Oh,
No,
see, here's Coolidge.
Okay.
Coolidge.
Now,
MF and Coolidge? Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
The most underrated boxer in presidential history?
yeah, I mean, you put him in a Coolidge. Everybody knows that.
Yeah. He got Coolidge, is what they always say.
Totally, right? Like, there's not a lot of Calvins you meet out there these days. I think back
And they're
then,
made fun of mercilessly as children, so they grow up vicious fighters.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
All right,
Calvin.
Calvin Coolidge, 5'10".
Yeah, little Wolverine.
Yeah.
When I lost it. Where's his weight?
Josh's little fists.
5'10", but doesn't say his weight. Only his heights. Come on. Yeah, and JFK 6'1".
Oh, sick. I didn't know JFK was that tall.
Yeah.
Now, here's the thing, which you guys don't remember. JFK had a bad back, but he is Irish. His dad was a bootlegger. What does that say? A lot of fights. Okay. Now, Calvin Coolidge, I believe, was he in between Woodrow Wilson and Teddy Roosevelt, or was he in between Woodrow Wilson and Herbert Hoover? I forget.
Calvin Coolidge is 166 pounds.
Ooh,
Whoa.
bantamweight.
Yeah.
Okay.
JFK was 182 pounds.
Ooh. Now,
Okay.
like I think JFK sneaky. As long as he's not distracted by the ring girls, I think I give this one to JFK.
Yeah, I think in
JFKO, more like it, right?
Oh! JFKO is the name of the show.
Yeah. Calvin Coolidge definitely loses the JFK in that one. PT 109, great book if you want to get a word. All right, Jess, let's do one or two more. Do we have the show poll up yet? Is there a poll show poll?
In the
JFKO needs to be the name of the show. I just like what are we doing?
Yeah.
Here we go. John Adams.
Oh,
And old Teddy Roosevelt. I mean, you can't pick
Put your
against Teddy.
name on it.
Yeah.
John
he carries a big stick, right?
Yeah, that's right. Teddy Roosevelt, didn't he like hunt bears and
Yeah, with his
shit?
bare hands.
Yeah.
I think, I mean, if Teddy Roosevelt loses to John Adams, I mean, John Adams was like, I mean, he wasn't even good. I mean, we saw the miniseries on HBO. Paul Giamatti played him. I'm not scared of Paul Giamatti.
You're not going to have Paul
No,
Giamatti play
not at all.
Teddy Roosevelt. You know what I'm saying?
Correct. Yeah, Woody the Duck says it best. Teddy 100%. Yep. Right. Freddie Airmo, I was right. So Coolidge was right before Hoover. That's what I thought. All right.
John Adams.
Yeah.
John Adams, 5'7".
Oh, brutal.
Yeah. Teddy Roosevelt, 5'10".
See? Teddy Roosevelt also like punched. Oh, man. Grover Cleveland versus Lincoln. Now,
Lincoln's the tallest president we've ever had at 6'4".
Lincoln was?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
6'4".
And Grover Cleveland, named after Cleveland Stadium, where the Browns play.
Yes.
Of course.
And Grover Cleveland was 5'11".
Yes. Yep.
This is Lincoln. They say it in Fight Club. Tall guy, good reach. Skinny guys fight till they're burger. It's Lincoln.
Yeah.
He's in Fight Club.
Yeah, I mean,
I
4-7 punches ago, he knocks freaking Grover Cleveland straight to the moon. He jumps off the back of that train and he's like, this is the Emancipation Punch-clamation. You like that one, Jeff?
Yeah, that's real good.
Maybe Emancipation Punchclamation should be the show name. There
Oh
you
my
go.
God.
There you go.
That's a good one.
Richmond
I like
Revolution. Thomas Jefferson and John Adams haven't fought yet. I don't know if they're in the same bracket. They might meet in the Midwest Regional. We'll see what happens. This is sort of like our idea of March Madness, as we know, Jeff, because
Yeah.
March is for adults. Is that what it is? March
is for real life.
Oh my
There
God.
we go.
I love their
This is what we got.
signatures.
Here we go.
This
Yes.
is so good. Did you just do this? This is amazing.
Yeah,
It's
so-
incredible. She's a legend.
Okay. Now, Millard Fillmore heading up against Franklin Pierce in the next round. John Adams up against Theodore Roosevelt, which the winner of Theodore Roosevelt, John Adams, will face the winner of Franklin Pierce, Millard Fillmore. John F. Kennedy, winner against Calvin Coolidge, will then face off against Franklin Delano Roosevelt via Donald Trump. I believe FDR was winning that one going away.
Yeah, he gets out of that round. No question.
Yeah.
He's like a number one seed, FDR. That guy.
Yeah.
Oof.
Trump is
Number one
did
seed.
not
gonna buy?
report. He's a
Yeah, it's true.
he's a DNF.
Oh my God.
So there's your presidential fight club as the tournament rages on. Little fists.
Boom, boom, boom.
Boom, boom, boom.
That's right.
Bill of Rights, here they come. Bah, 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 bah. You got the right to sit down. Bah, bah. I'm trying to like put in like freedom of speech. Oh, I got the right to bear arms. Bah, bah.
Yeah.
There
That's
we go.
right.
Oh man. Oh, this is a solid question because I had weirdly had an argument with my buddy about this today because he is at home with his two kids and he's like, I hate cooking, so I just made pork and beans. I was like, you can't make pork and beans for your kids. This isn't 1960. Whereas Woody the Duck says, are pork and beans a side or an entree? I get what you mean by entire. It's not. It's not neither. It's substance that comes in a can. Can't pork and beans,
Pork
guys.
and beans?
Yes.
I feel like the pork makes it an entree. The beans are a side, but pork and beans makes it a full meal.
Really?
I do think that.
Wow. We'll make it a poll tomorrow. Racer 24524 are pork and beans a side or an entree? D's, you don't seem like the pork and beans kind of guy.
No, I was trying to remember when you asked this. I was like, I don't remember. I don't feel like I can even opine. I haven't had it since like the Eisenhower administration. Speaking of, I bet Eisenhower would kick some ass in this poll.
Yeah, don't fight Ike. He will punch you square in the nuts.
He will just right in the nuts.
Just right
Looks
in
like our show names are "You Can Do It," space, "Giggle Through It," and "Professional Appreciators."
I think we
like
should.
it.
I think the show name from here on out is JFKO it next to Emancipation Punchclamation.
Yeah, both of those are incredible.
Punchclamation. You're welcome. You're welcome, guys.
I'm gonna like think about that at like 11 o'clock tonight and just giggle to myself.
Yeah.
Man, I was watching the Karate Combat last Friday and just thinking about like I really wish, because a couple guys came out like kind of dressed up, but I really wish that like boxers came out like more dressed in like, oh, he's come out as Abraham Lincoln. Let's see what the heck his fight tonight. And then you know
isn't in one of the Rocky movies, didn't Apollo Creed come out as Abraham Lincoln one time?
no, he came out like in all definitely not Abraham Lincoln. He came out like all like a big American flag.
Yeah, like Uncle Sam. He was like Uncle Sam.
Yes.
Yeah.
Who this is really funny. Okay, my wife's not great at trivia, and I like to bust her balls about things. She's very street smart. Not like I was like, "Babe, what president was Uncle Sam?" And she was like, "Shit, I should know this, right?" Yeah, you really should. She's like, "Was it the fifth president?" I was like, "No, it wasn't." She's like, "Oh man." She's like, "Where was he the president?" I was like, "He's a fictional person that we invented for war bonds." Like, Uncle Sam isn't real.
He's like Leap Day William. You know what I mean? It's like that.
He is like Leap Day William. Yeah.
Totally.
Oh my god,
Man.
that guy sold some war bonds.
Emancipation Punchclamation. That sorry. Yeah.
It's never not funny.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Alexander Hamilton wasn't a president. He was just like the Secretary of the Treasury, right?
Who?
Hamilton?
Alexander Hamilton?
He was not a president. That's the joke. She was like, it was the ask your wife these questions and see what she jumps in.
Right.
Yeah,
Freddie
yeah,
Aarmont.
yeah,
That's when Ben Franklin was president. Amanda, when we went to Philadelphia, she was like, "What's the big deal with Ben Franklin?" I was like, "Well, he kind of like created democracy a little bit." And he like,
what's the deal with Ben Franklin?
What's the deal?
got the whole Continental Congress together on the theme of like equal representation. I don't know. I just want to go with it a little bit.
Did you know that James Madison,
Give it to me.
Hit me.
the
Mad Dog.
founding father, the
Dog
father
Mad.
of the Constitution? Do you know he's 5'4"?
Yeah, you could
Yeah,
tell. That's why they call
everybody
him
knows
Mad
that.
Dog, because he'd come in
Yeah,
there.
they do.
A
He
little
signs his
dude.
name like a
He's
short
little
man
guy.
too. No, yeah.
Yeah.
He's got short man signature too. You can tell.
Well, you know, James Madison, Tom Cruise has been trying to get the James Madison biopic off the ground for ages.
A
But
long
he can't.
because
It's
you know
so-
why
it's so
James
close to the
Madison
ground.
really good at running.
That's right. Can't
You
get it
see
off
him,
the
like,
ground.
running
It's
down the
so
street
close
with
to the ground.
With parchment paper, he's so close. He has to reach up to sign. Is that it?
Yeah.
I'm the father of the Constitution. Stop laughing at me.
Stop laughing at me. Yep. I think I mean, fan-controlled democracy. Just let the popular vote win, because I think we know how that go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be a little better, in my opinion. But we're not talking about that.
We're not getting there. I'm telling you, I wanted to start doing like really heated political polls to just really stir the pot. Just stir it.
Yeah,
Just
let's
really stir it.
let's get it going.
Oh man.
Ugh.
I don't know how I became the center square here with like
I like it though.
I
It's
love
good.
it. Yeah, keep
I
it.
don't
Yeah, look at
No.
you.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah. I don't
Josh
like
and
that guy.
Josh and Smosh just
His name is Sean.
I need you guys to get. I need some sort of evidence of this
yeah.
occurring.
Well, I'll make it happen.
Next
I'll
call.
make it
Done
happen.
and
You
done.
guys need
Yeah,
to
I'll
set up
make
a
it
call
happen.
with Josh and Shosh.
Well, here's the other part, Jeff. So I have to get eyeglasses for the first time in my life. Really?
No,
Welcome,
blast.
welcome
It's
to
so
the
fun.
club, man. It's the
Yeah,
best.
that's
Ugh,
great.
man.
Awesome.
I'm supposed to like have them to see far. I'm nearsighted, apparently.
Yeah.
Apparently, my whole life I've just been squinting, and like people are like, you can't see that. I'm like, I mean, I can tell it's a dog. They're
No,
like,
but-
that's a tree stump. That's a tree stump.
You can't see that. Nobody can see that. There's no chance
No.
you can read that. No.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Woody the Duck, thanks for having me today. It's always a blast. I went with my jacket versus a Chiefs shirt just for you, Jeff. Oh, that's
Thanks for
nice.
being thoughtful,
That's
Woody.
love.
I
That's
appreciate
love.
it. Still stings.
But what was I talking about?
Your
Glasses.
sight.
Oh, glasses.
Your lack of
Oh,
sight.
so Shosh came on the call last night, and he had these dope. I want to get like really kind of like big Elliot Gould like frames, like
Yes.
thick,
Yeah.
bald
Yeah, you
guy,
should.
thick frames. You know what I mean?
It's a great look.
Yeah.
It's a great look. I'm not
I
gonna
think
lie.
that's like my new website, bald, because they call me Fat Stanley Tucci, and so
Yeah.
I want like bigger, thicker Tucci, right?
Yeah.
And so he put those glasses on, and I was like, God, that guy looks handsome in that. And then I'm thinking to myself, like, he's just me. It's me.
I could be that handsome, is what you were
I
saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should have that guy trying some other things for you. You'd be like, I really look at that.
I
I
really
don't look
like-
at that.
Hey, could you spin around real quick for me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pirouette. I think we have a show name and a thumbnail.
Professional appreciators. And is there a thumbnail coming?
There is a thumbnail.
Well,
Oh,
thumb
it's
us
about
up.
ready. I thought it was already. Show name.
Professional
Professional
appreciators. All right. I like it.
I'm personally a bigger fan of either JFKO it or
Oh my god.
Jeff.
What is happening?
Oh my god. I love this.
Look
so
at
much.
us. Do you remember that night, Josh?
I do.
Oh, I'll never forget when we
Ever from now.
when we opened for Ario Speedwagon.
So good, dude. Ladies
I
and
was in the
gentlemen,
I
direct
was in
from the
front
bar
row.
down the street. It's DudeDate.
and then Josh comes on and just kicks out this sick bass line.
Bang, ba- ba- down,
Yeah.
bum.
And then I just hit this killer riff.
And then you can see Patrick in the back on the drums. His arm, there's so many arms flailing.
Patrick has to put his drum kit farther apart than anyone has ever done.
Ever done it. Ever. What's crazy is that James Madison was playing the drums before Patrick, and now he's all like,
That is top
Incredible.
tier. I don't
are
want to know where
amazing.
that picture of me came from, but okay.
I think it's top that, isn't it?
Just gave her
Jeff, your
another one.
beard's come back. I mean, in pure.
Shit,
I'm
great
shocked
form.
how fast it came back. It's like it
It's
missed
really
me,
nice.
you know?
It did.
It,
It
yeah,
did.
it did. It missed your face.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I appreciate it. Well, folks, thanks for hanging out with us. Cricket, very exciting. And it's only the beginning
Yes.
of the torrent of news.
Torrent.
This is the place to find it out. Either
Deluge.
this or the Control app. But we
Boom.
prefer this. I prefer this.
Yeah.
Just because I miss you. You know, want to see all your shining faces. And you get to decide what we're called week to week. Next week, we're going to be called Professional Appreciators because of you, because of your votes. And keep on going in the app. You too could be a billionaire like Woody the Duck. It was good having him on. We'll see you next time, folks. We'll see you next time. Thanks for being here. Until then, power to the fans.
Power to the fans.